Peace, peace is love. Don't forget that. Peace is love. Now, As-Salam, As-Salam, As-Salam. I realized that a lot of the people have not been introduced to spiritualization. So let me properly introduce us to spiritualization. We got now, if you have heard of materialization, this is the root of materialization. What we have been informed is that we are not materials. We are spirits at its root nature. We are spirits. How we became material is not through materialization, but through spiritualization. Spiritualization is how we became physical. This is how we made the spirit physical, or how we made the spirit material. We don't call it material. There's always one view, and it always began at the first, and the first is spirit. So it has to be spiritual. So the reason why spiritualization is a process that is unknown is because it deals with gnosis. When you hear me say self-gnosis, that is saying spiritualization. So to understand it even more, this is why, if you attended the greatest meeting of all times on Fridays and Sundays at the online community academy and temple, but the process of spiritualization is a process of gnosis. Everything begins from the spirit. So if you're talking about thinking, if you're talking about thought, down to things, and to that, all that is spiritualization. Now the demigods, the demiurge, the demon gods, they have confused all of the concepts that originally involved the process of self-gnosis. And so more people leave out the spirit, just like the Kabbalion. It's not the book because it leaves out the spirit. It doesn't include the spirit in the sense of it has its own law. Of course, the word is in the text. But what we know as the spirit, mind, body trinity, sacred trinity, which was unknown, is not the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. It's the spirit, mind, and the body. See, who knows this has KOS. And KOS is the narrative. And the narrative is spirituality, spiritual wisdom. So as you see, spirit come before mind, like mind come before body. So all that came under spirit is controlled by spirit or will return to spirit. So when you hear processes like mentalisms or processes like materialization, then these are beneath the spirit. And if you get trapped in those consciously and get trapped in those consciously without self-knowledge of what you are, then you get trapped in those for another wake up. But if you have gnosis, then you know who and what you are, so you're able to use self-restraint, a very highly technical, not technical, but highly spiritual. And so this is why spiritualization is the only method that needs to be known to recreate and to unmanifest. So spiritualization is how you manifest and how you unmanifest. Now, these are high level keys for greater level conversation. So now when we're talking about the body and the mind, what you have to learn to do with the body and the mind, the body and the mind must be spiritualized. This is the key. See, if you don't leave the mental realm, you can't absolutely get into the spiritual. See, the mind is second. The spirit is first, always. So now the second always come after the first. And so when the first is understood properly, all the processes afterwards are understood properly. They all is a form of spirituality. So spirituality is the spiritual reality. So as we know and understand, this is all you need as the keys. And these keys bring about everything that you want in self-creation. So in self-creation, you are in self-creation now, you are a spirit that can spiritualize I'm changing my word, that can spiritualize through spiritualization. This is the omnipotent power. This is what all should know as the gospel of omnipotence. See, through this is self-immortality. So I think we're going to leave you with that. Peace and goodwill. Assalam, assalam, assalam. All Sufiyan.